Welcome back to BT. Sitzik and the whole gang here with you. Rolling 4 wide. Great to see you. This is the hockey story of the day, and it will be for a while. And unfortunately, it's not a good one. Jacksonville Iceman defenseman Jacob Panetta has been dropped from his team after making a blatantly racist gesture aimed towards Jordan Subban this past weekend. Now, the incident occurred 23 seconds into overtime during the Icemen's 1-0 home win over South Carolina on Saturday. We don't show you the incident here. If you want to go online and see it, you can. It's sitting there. But this is the incident that led to it. Subban's brother, PK Subban, called out Panetta on social media for his behavior. Jordan Subban went to social media and let people know that this actually took place. And that's the only reason we kind of heard about it. Let's go back to 4 wide here, guys, because I don't necessarily have a specific question for the group. I just want an initial feel from everyone. Mine is this is becoming an every week thing. And the term hockey is for everyone is not a line I'm buying anymore. And I'll leave it at that. Devo?
Yeah, I'm getting tired of seeing this and hearing about this and it happening over and over. And I'm glad we're hearing about it because these incidents, especially in the minor ranks of hockey, happen more often than people want to believe or admit to. And, you know, this is, as you mentioned, the second one in less than a week. The AHL had an incident the second time to that player that he had been subject to these racist slurs or comments or gestures. People are defending Panetta. He will have an opportunity to have his say, which I think is fair. Everybody should have an opportunity to have the conversation about it, saying that he did a tough guy move and that's what it was. But as someone who played hockey in a smaller community and didn't look like everybody else that played hockey and experienced it and heard it and got called names and gestures happened on the ice, this is disgusting and I'm tired of it. And people need to understand that it happens, acknowledge it, and hit it like head on. You can't just keep hiding from it saying it's isolated, this and that. It happens way too much.
You've talked about your experiences firsthand, Dee, when you were a kid, some whatever, 30 years ago. And here we are still in 2022 talking about it. Now, his teammates did say, you're on your own here, as in you deserve your lumps for that. And Frankie, I imagine as a coach with little ones in hockey, do you ever encounter this sort of thing?
I did a couple of years ago. Actually had one of our players that was had a racial slur against him, and so that was investigated at that time. This doesn't just happen on the ice, guys. This happens in schoolyards. This happens all over the place, and really people at this time in history need to really kind of change their narrative. When they want to smack talk, they need to go and really not talk that way. It's kind of a cheap way to try to hit below the belt. But the kids will emulate what adults do, and kids will emulate what their professionals that they watch do. So there's a big responsibility when you're playing at that level because you do have impact on many kids out there.
Yeah.
Frank, absolutely. I'll just cap it with this. One of the most disturbing things for me is that we had to hear from this from Jordan Subban himself. There were a lot of players on that ice. There were a lot of officials in the area. There were a lot of fans in the stands. That's the first we heard of it. That's part of the problem. Good Monday morning. You're watching BT.